Yo, friends, I didn't mean to spend so much this past Black Friday season. I think it's because I had a lot on my wish list and I didn't buy a lot during the year because I knew that I would purchase a lot at this time. So I got the spreadsheet open in front of me to ensure that I did not miss a thing. So I had to buy another heart rate monitor. This is from Polar, and I knew their sale was coming. They were running, I forgot what was the upper echelon of discount, but this one I bought, it was 20% off. And of course, I could have saved $85. I had a heart rate monitor, but I lost it. Irresponsible on my part, I know, so I had to purchase another one, especially because I've been becoming more serious about my running. And although I do have a Garmin, I wanted a dedicated heart rate monitor device to rely on so I could sync it to my Garmin. And also I run the Polar app while running to get more data. So it's been doing great. Makers Clean. I mentioned Makers Clean in my Best of Lifestyle video, and they were running a Black Friday promotion, of course, up to 50%. I mean, there was a range for discounts on that day, but what I liked was the limited Black Friday bundles they were offering. And this one in particular had like their best sellers in there, and I can't get enough of their microfiber cloths. I gushed over them in my lifestyle video, and the fact that they have different sizes is amazing. And my goodness, I forgot to run the B-roll. You have the standard microfiber cloth, and you have this special weave that I like to use in the kitchen, and you have the glass cloth that is a different weave. I think it's like tighter of a weave for, you know, wiping those mirrors. But this is my favorite, the small cushion cloths that I use to dry my dishes with. And the smaller cloth, the microfiber one, I use to wipe the countertops in kitchen and around my sink on my bathroom, and I change those smaller cloths every 2 to 3 days. I hang them on my little wire racks, my tabletop wire racks that I also gushed over in my lifestyle video to help them dry faster. So I can't get enough of these. All right, I bought them for here. I got them at Bay's house. I got 2s and 3s of everything. So I'm set. Listen, the housekeeping is off the charts. Our Archer housekeeping is off the charts. Vessi! I had to buy my Vessi rain boots because Vessi was nice enough to send me a pair, but I chose 6. That was an accident, a mistake. I picked 7, and this color was the only one available because people were just snatching these off the website. I think it might have just been 10% off, which is a weak discount. I can't recall what the actual discount was, but I think it was just 10%. And they're waterproof. They're a waterproof Chelsea boot that I could throw on and wear worry-free, right? I don't have to worry about my shoes getting wet, the material getting ruined, because the material is designed to be waterproof. Not the best in slushy conditions. I would only wear this in rainy conditions, no icy slush snow on the ground, because these don't have great tracking for that. So just be wary. If you are in a place where there's a lot of slush and ice, I would wear a dedicated snow boot with better tracking at the bottom. These are more suitable for just rain and making sure that your feet don't get wet. And they're fairly warm because I bought a size 7 this time. I could wear them with chunkier socks so my feet won't get cold on those like 30-degree rainy days, because they can happen. Speaking of rain, I love the Rains brand. They design waterproof everything. Some pieces are dedicated waterproof and others are more water resistant, but I had to get these joggers. So I actually have rain joggers in khaki, but I decided to buy these in black. This actually I didn't get from the Rains site, but from Essence. Essence, I think, held 20% off these guys, and I love the flat matte black design. And the boots I got on are from Woolrich. We'll get to those in a minute. But you have the drawstring here at the top with the elastic waist. You have the side cargo pockets, and I like that the zipper material kind of mimics the material of the pant. It just looks more streamlined that way. And you have the zipper here at the bottom, at the ankle. But I will usually wear these zipped up with the elastic ankle cuff intact, but you could wear them like I did here, more like a straight pant over the boot. And would be more practical if you don't want to get any rain between where the pant ends and the boot begins, right? This is a size small, and I would wear these under thin leggings if you wanted to layer up, but I just love how these look. They have like a combat style to them, and the fact that they're just lightweight, but they could get hot because this is waterproof material, which is more likely plastic. It's a polyester type of material, so the heat gets trapped real fast, especially if you wear something underneath. Woo! So you won't be worried about being cold, excuse me. But I can generate a lot of body heat while I'm on the go, so I can only speak for myself. But you could layer under these pants if you choose to, maybe choose a size up than what you usually wear if you're gonna wear them over something a little thicker than a legging. And my ANDI Weekender camo tote, can you even right now? I needed a Mary Poppins type of a bag, that bottomless pit bag that was lightweight, but you could just fill it to the brim. But the standout component for this was the trolley strap. I needed that trolley strap to, even on my little away here, the bag is bigger than the little away luggage, which is meant for kids, by the way. But I bought this at the time when it was available, when they were selling it, because sometimes I don't want the standard size carry-on. I wanted something smaller. I don't even know if they offer these anymore. I just think it's hilarious. Despite the fact that the Weekender, the ANDI Weekender, is significantly larger than the kitty carry-on, it stayed in place. You will have to physically poke it over so it could fall, right? But I love the sturdiness of it, and it fits beautifully well on my regularly sized carry-on, on my medium away luggage. It's just fantastic. But what was great about this Black Friday event that ANDI was holding, not only was she issuing 25% off, but you could also, depending on your purchase threshold, be eligible for a free origami tote. So I wanted one origami tote to begin with because I wanted to replace my old one. So with buying an origami tote, I was eligible to receive a free one. So I got two for the price of one. I love it. The two that I purchased, one takes on more of like a canvas material, and the other is more of like a more flexible material. And the canvas one is not canvas. It's made out of like a polyester textile that's like water resistant, but it's stiffer, and it's great because it's tall with a moderately wide base, and I can stack a lot of stuff in there. And I primarily use this bag to carry around like my pantry items when I'm traveling. I know I have a huge problem, okay? I can choose to pack light, but I choose not to. And when it comes to my eating, I'm super picky, so I'm bringing everything with me. If I can. I know that's not going to be the situation each and every time, but if I have the opportunity to do so, I'm bringing everything with me, okay? And this origami tote is foldable, and it just carries well. It doesn't flop over. It's sturdy. You could fold it up and put it in another bag if you need it wherever you're going at that destination. And the other one that has a more flexible material, I think is equally good. It's just that it's not as easy to pack because it doesn't stand up on its own like the canvas one does, right? So I like that I have both because I use the other one for shopping, or you could use it for whatever purpose. And again, foldable, you can hide it in a bigger bag. I love ANDI bags, especially because they're so well thought out and designed. It's like ANDI thought of everything that she could have and upgraded the materials that she used. I had the pleasure of meeting Andrea before and worked with her, and I remember modeling for her at one time, and I was happy that I was able to participate in her Black Friday event. So if you are looking for a wicked tote, okay, with pretty cool designs, and you are looking for something that's travel friendly, that makes traveling easier, you gotta visit ANDI. Bombas. I'm ashamed because I bought way too many socks, but I was prepared for this hefty purchase as I was anticipating their Black Friday event. It happens once a year, or they hold like 2 major sales a year, maybe as much as 25% off, but I needed to upgrade my sock collection. I got rid of a lot, which I wanted to mention. I have the trashy bags where you can order put in whatever clothes that you want to get rid of, and they recycle the textiles. So I bought 3 of those, got rid of a lot of socks, a lot of underwear, and I wanted to get the grippy socks, and I had to get, look how these lusciously thick sweater-like socks are. I love these to death. I like to wear them with my shearling line Birkenstocks. We got the athletic socks on standby. I use these for lifting and also for running. And you got the classic stripe, not calf, but a little between calf and knee sock. Ooh, this was one of my larger purchases for Black Friday. I don't even want to tell you the total. I'm ashamed. Just know that I bought a lot of socks, maybe more than one should. But again, I only purchase socks once a year. And because I purchased so many this year, I might not need to buy again until next year, or maybe not. Maybe I don't have to buy anything until spring 2026. Who knows? Woolrich. Stop it right now. Okay, so I bought 2 items from Woolrich. They were running their Black Friday event in addition to the discounted items they were selling. Depending on the purchase threshold, if you hit it, you'll get another 10% off the total, which is significant if your total's already in the triple digits, which mine was. I decided to purchase another winter coat. I know, hold your horses. And another pair of boots. I wanted something more sophisticated and fancy than my Doc Martens. I love my Doc Martens, as you know, but I wanted a pair of black leather boots. Unfortunately, though, I asked Google, how big do Woolrich boots run? And they said large. That's a lie. I ordered a size 6. I am a true size 6, but I really should have ordered a 7. So they're a little tight. They feel better now because I've been wearing the heck out of them. Cleaned the soles, cleaned the bottom of the boot, and wore them purposely with thick socks in the house. Wore them out as much as I can. And you're like, why didn't you get the 7, Alicia? How come you didn't change? They were gone. By the time my boots arrived, those sizes were gone. The 6.5 were gone. The 7 was gone. So I'm sticking with these. I would not suggest that you wear boots that are a little too small. I can still wiggle my toes. It's not so small that it's going to completely deform my foot, right? They're wearable and they will continue to feel better the more that I wear them. But can we just talk about how they look? I love the higher ankle neck of the boot, how soft they look, how shiny. It's calf leather. So I knew, because they're made in Italy, the leather is gonna have more give the more you wear them. And I actually bought a leather conditioner to ensure that the skin stays soft and pliable so it doesn't crack, and I don't abuse it while I'm wearing these boots so they can feel better. And in addition to the boots, I bought what they call, I think, the 2-in-1 or the 3-in-1 military jacket. Ooh-wee! I wanted to buy another Woolrich coat because the one that I have, I'm selling on Mercari, by the way. I thought it was a little too much, a little too out there, so I wanted to buy something more discreet in terms of design. You can see the Woolrich patch here on the sleeve. And what I like about it is that it's twofold. Right, you're getting like the inner down layer that you can wear solo, and the top layer, the outside shell, that's waterproof. That was important for me because there are some days where who knows what our winter will look like, but it's cold and what's coming down is not snow, is not rain, is something in between. I want to be warm and dry, you know what I mean? And that was important to me in choosing the right design. I love that you have the clasp here across the neck. Just make sure, you know, you get high here for neck warmth. And the way the outer shell zippers over makes it just comfortable on that area. And the hood size is great. It's large enough to fit over my head, and you can see the shell hood fits over fine. It's a size small and it feels comfortable. The reason I got this coat is because I wanted it to be warm on its own, but I would wear a thinner layer underneath if it was super cold. But I've been pretty good. I overheat a lot when I'm on the go, so I purposefully didn't want like a super hot coat because just to maneuver around the city and whatnot, I needed something that was a little more pliable and flexible with wear. And you have these buttons inside the sleeve that attach the outer shell to the inner down layer, which is great. So you could button it up or you could leave it as is. And this is what the down layer looks like on its own if you wanted to see. Again, it's a size small. I think it's cute. I would wear this on its own. If, you know, if I didn't need the outer layer and I just needed a little something to wear outside. And then I wanted to show you, okay, well, if the down layer is too hot, I could just slap a hoodie on and wear the outer shell with the hoodie, and the small size fits well. It doesn't feel tight, and I could fit the outer shell hoodie over my hoodie. It doesn't feel tight around my face. It doesn't feel tight around my head. So if I needed that waterproof action, I have it with the outer shell, which is fantastic. So I am thrilled. These were expensive pieces, but I haven't purchased from Woolrich in years. I haven't purchased a fancy boot in years either. I wanted to upgrade my coat because, again, I'm selling my other one on Mercari. I wanted something lower profile, but more utility as well. In regards to the boot, I just adore these boots. I know they're a little tight. They're still a little tight, but my gosh, far better than how they felt when I first slipped into those things. And let me know what your experience has been with Italian made boots, because I'm thinking if I ordered the 7, would the 7 feel too large? If I wore it to death, like how would the leather stretch out and how would my feet feel after a few years of wear? So, you know, something to think about. And speaking of Doc Martens, I still had to buy a pair, okay? And they ran 25% off the $29.76 more Grizzly, what does it say here? The Grizzly Chelsea boot. In this color, the reason why I like this style, because I tried it on in store, but I held off because I'm like, don't do it. You know these might go on sale. It's a risk you take, because if you don't know the timing of the sale or when it will begin, you could lose your size. But that didn't happen. Surprisingly, this style was still available in my size when they began their sale online, and I was able to purchase a size 6, which funny, size 6 in Doc Martens, because they're unisex, run a little larger than like a regularly size 6. So although my Woolrich boots feel a little tighter than my Doc Marten ones, they don't feel so bad, because the reason why I like this style particularly is the color, as you can see, and the more like textured, it's like a pebble texture look to, I don't know if this is synthetic material or not, but the inside, it's like a fuzzy type of a fleece situation. It has like a charcoal color to it, and I thought that paired well with like the brick color of the boot. And you can't go wrong with Doc Martens. They're just utilitarian, they're practical, they look cool, and they have great traction. You know, actually for a long time I wore these in the snow, or more so when it was like really slushy on the ground, because everything else, even Sorel boots, I thought were slipping and sliding. I'm like, I thought you were supposed to be snow boots. What is happening? But with Doc Martens, they'll hold you down, and they even have boots that are specifically designed with like a more textured sole to provide more grip on those slippery conditions. But I'm happy that I waited so I could get 25% off, and I haven't purchased a new pair of Doc Martens since last year. And why I like to wait, and I still like to go in the store and see what they have, and you know, because every year they'll release like a different color outside and inside combination if they choose to design their boot with like the faux fur or like the fleece lining. But I liked this fleece lining in particular because the faux fur boot, it looks too fluffy on the edges of the neck of the boot, and I don't like that look. I'm actually selling a pair on Mercari if you want to check it out, and I bought them, but these feel a lot more comfortable than the ones I'm selling for some reason. And I just enjoy Doc Marten, and I love this color. I love the color. So happy to have those. And I'm set. Between my Woolrich boots and these, we're good to go. And yes, I bought underwear. I haven't purchased underwear in years, and the underwear drawer needed an upgrade. It needed an upgrade. I bought my underwear from Aerie, which is not the most, it's not the most expensive, but the materials they use are not the most like let's just say that it was like a, you know, $10 for 10 type of situation. So obviously you're going to get what you're going to get. But I decided to buy my new undies from Thirdlove because I like the fact that they have different material options. They have the organic cotton, and allow me to just quickly check the other material as I type here awkwardly. I bought the hipster 3-pack box, and the material here, it says 76% nylon, 24% spandex with 100% cotton gusset. And I love these. They fit well over my bum. They don't slip around. A lot better than the Airy undies. 10 times better. And they're actually still running a sale. And let me go back to my spreadsheet here. They were running upwards, maybe anywhere from 25 to 30%. I can't recall, but I bought a few boxes just to start off with, and I love them for sure. The way I deal with my undies is I pre-wash them. I pre-wash them in the sink, and then I wash them in a laundry bag on laundry day. So that's how I go about it. And oh my goodness, Spend Your Yen. Spend Your Yen is like an anime merch brand that you get your order after like 4 to 6 weeks because they like handprint everything to order. So it takes a while. I'm a little sad about it, but I'm happy I didn't buy anything when I first encountered them on Instagram, because when I visited their site, I almost died. I wanted everything. Their designs are so robust, aggressive, and in your face, just vibrant, and they embody the vigor of the character that's illustrated. And my gosh, it's tough because they have like all the popular anime listed in hoodies and in shirts. So when they were doing 30% off, I was like, I gotta get this. I gotta get this. I need this. I need Sanji on the hoodie, okay? So I bought too many. I bought maybe like 3 hoodies, 3 shirts. They're not cheap. They're not cheap, but man, I cannot wait for my order to arrive because they look sick online. I don't know how it's gonna feel. I don't know what the quality is gonna be like. You know what I mean? But it's fine. We're gonna survive. And speaking of anime merch, Daizan Studios was running a sale. They still are, by the way, if you want to check it out. 30% off their One Piece collection. Look at this shirt. If you're a One Piece fan, you know what this means, okay? All I'll say is when watching this episode, well, it's a few episodes that happen in Kokoyashi Village, I was in the car with my parents on our way to the beach, and I was bawling my eyes out. My parents were like, "You're right." I'm like, Belmere. It's a place in One Piece, but the way the shirt is designed is like it's an actual place on Earth, and I think it's so clever. I love the cream color against the illustration. It's 100% cotton. This shirt, the minute I put it on, I just said high quality. I like the width of the crew neck, and this shirt in particular I adore because although the width isn't super boxy, although I wish it was, is fine. The length of the sleeve is a little longer than your standard t-shirt length, which I love. So I forgave the fact that it wasn't super boxy. Fine. This is a size small, and I think it fits quite well. It drops low enough for me. The sleeves are long enough. I wore this shirt to death over one weekend. You couldn't take it off me. We'll stick to clothes. Joah Brown. I was waiting for a Joah Brown moment because they run 25% during Black Friday. The tab was open always, and I was just waiting to get that email. Heck, I wasn't even waiting for the email because sometimes they send it late, and by the time I check out, all my picks are gone. All right, that's how much you have to be on top of it. But I purchased my varsity tank in mineral. I have this tank already in like gray, in black, in white. They have like an ox blood color, but I said, I don't really need that. But the halter, I wasn't sure if I would like this halter. This was a risk because with Joah Brown and their sales is final sale, so you can't return nothing. But the halter is haltering, and I was afraid because I don't have the largest chest, and it accentuates that fact. But the black one here looks pretty good. The straps are super flexible. It just hugs my body. It hugs the contours of my body well, and it's a great piece to wear. I've been wearing it in my recent videos. I think it just adds a nice elegant touch to to the upper body. And I bought this also in the mineral color. Now, with the mineral color, it's even more pronounced that I don't have the largest chest, it's fine. But the way it fits is phenomenal. It feels comfortable. The strap doesn't feel tight around my neck. It is cropped as you saw with the black one. And, you know, I know I'm not going to be wearing this out in the cold when 30 degrees, but when summer comes, well, screw summer. When autumn comes, or springtime, if I'm sticking to the timeline, I'm gonna be wearing the heck out of this halter. And then I had to get the mock sleeve top. I love these. I've been wearing them for training because they're so lightweight, but they hug the body well. And I think this is modal. Very stretchy and almost kind of like see-through. It has like a translucent look to it. I wore it over the varsity tank, but man, it just adds a little bit of finesse to the outfit. I'm wearing it with my Lululemon Utility Tech cargo pants that I absolutely adore. And again, it just hugs the contours of your body and just kind of wraps you in a kind of way. And this was a newer design for Joah Brown. The thinner straps, but the back has like this open keyhole design, super thin straps here around. I'm wearing it now actually. So I like to tuck it in because I think that's the best way to wear it since it's not cropped. I mean, I could cut it, but I'm not going to do that. I tuck it into my pants and it sits pretty well. There's a little bit of gathering when I bend side to side, but I do like the overall look of the design. The thin straps coming to the center of my back and then opening out towards the bottom. Comfortable to wear, stretchy, and it is a little see-through. So if you have bigger boobs than me, you will probably need to wear like something to support. I don't have to wear anything because I barely have anything, but I have to wear like the cup things if I don't want to show. And we'll go into some makeup. Yes, makeup was purchased during this extravaganza. YSL Beauty. By this time, I think my YSL video would be up if you want to take a look at the 3 mini clutch eyeshadow palettes that I purchased during the YSL Beauty Black Friday event, where they were issuing 30% off site-wide. Ooh, that ain't bad. I picked up Over Orange, the Palmare something something skies, and Guella's Dreams. But my gosh, the YSL Beauty Quads, outrageous. The powders are soft. The overlay shimmer shade, although quite soft, if you want a little more adherence, I would use like the Pat McGrath, what is it called? The Intensifies Artistry one, something of this nature to ensure that the sparkly arcly stay, because look at the glow from my eyes, okay? And then of course, I had to buy Millie's collab with Cleona Cosmetics, the Light Scatters Multichrome palette. I don't know when this thing's gonna be on its way, but whenever it gets here, I'll be back on filming with it, swatching with it. All the demos are going to ensue. So congratulations to Millie, who's also known as Bad to the Brow here on YouTube and on Instagram. Cannot wait to dive into that palette because when I watched her video, everything looks sensational. I mean, the way she films her multi-chrome this and that is just outrageous. Always a pleasure to watch her content, and I was happy to support, so can't wait for that palette to arrive. And also, I was back on Liberty London when I saw that the holiday moisture glaze shades were back in stock because Liberty London was running 20% off Suku still, and the shades were back. So not only did I buy the 2 moisture glaze shades from the holiday collection, I also bought the 2 fluid fog, like the moussier texture matte liquid lipstick from, I think, their Miyabi collection. And I also purchased another Byredo fragrance trio. It was the spicier one, the one that has Black Saffron, Mojave Ghost, and Super Cedar. Ooh. That set usually retails for $175. Liberty London was selling it for $155. And I was eligible for free shipping because I think it was like over $200. I can't help it. I needed those moisture glaze shades. I'm wearing one now, by the way. Should I reapply? 100%. I just have the refill, but I have plenty of cases. This is in 104. It's like the more beigey, but it has the sparkles in there. It has like teal pearl in the beige base. I know, stop it, you can't even. And I was speaking to one of my clients and telling her that I was enjoying my Byredo fragrances, and she was like, have you tried Dries Van Noten fragrances? I'm like, no. should I? And she was like, yeah. She was telling me her favorites, and I just thought to skedaddle over to SaksFifthAvenue.com. And wouldn't you know that they were selling a Dries Van Noten 10-piece sampler set of their fragrances for 25% off. I bought that thing right away. So they're small vials of fragrances of all of the Dries Van Noten perfumes that they offer, and it was the fig one that she was telling me about, and it is whoa. The Dries Van Noten perfumes are outrageous. They're outrageous. I was not ready, and I like the fact that they have a sampler, because you gotta wear perfume, you gotta see how it interacts with your pH, with your chemistry, how it smells after a long time, and all this stuff. So I'm happy to have purchased that little set. I have been using a lot of it because I just want to savor it, especially now with the new Byredo trio that I purchased, and I have the Dries Van Noten fragrances on standby. It's going to be a party this winter season. And then of course Viseart, when I purchased Sireneuse, aka the Poseidon palette, didn't realize at the time that Praline Chocolat and Lilas were just Black Friday drops, and I should have bought Lilas, but that's why I was able to buy Praline one day and not the next. It's okay. It's okay. A Praline Chocolat was not on sale because, again, it was a limited edition palette just for Black Friday. But I believe Sireneuse was 10% off, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not more than that because it was recently added to the Viz Pro lineup. But I have a full video on both palettes with swatches and demos. Maybe I'll do a 6-look video today. I still owe you all that. But let's end this video with some nail polish. Yes, I did purchase nail polish from Holo Taco. I haven't purchased from them in a few months, but what pulled me in like a hook, with the hook, a big one, was their new matte black pouch. It's specifically designed to hold their nail kit, which I have, as well as 4 nail polishes or even more, and other essential nail accessories that you need for on the go, which is me. This is me. Because I have a small bag that I hold my polish in, but it's only large enough to hold the polish and not my other nail accessories. And to have now a pouch that will fit everything. First of all, I love the Holo Taco multi-chrome logo, both on the front and the zipper. I could fit my Holo Taco nail kit as whole inside. You could also fit a full length file and buffer. But here's the fun part. So you have the knitting pockets on the side where you can fit up to 4 nail polishes. I have 2 in here. This is from Inkwell, from their Dark Academia collection. And on the other side, I have my base type of products. I have my top coat, my cuticle remover, and my base coat. That one is from Mooncat. So you see on one side you have the 4 compartments, and on the other you have like the 2 with another pocket behind if you needed to sneak another accessory there. And everything fits. There goes the nail kit, in goes the file, in goes the buffer, zipped up to go, and you're ready and done. I love my little pouch because I keep everything there, even in the house, because sometimes I'll paint my nails in my bedroom or maybe in the bathroom, depending on the lighting situation. But more importantly, now if I'm going to Bay's house or Maddie's house, I could just rely on this one bag to put everything in that I need for my nails. I don't need to worry about using one bag for some of this, using one bag for some of that, increasing the risk of forgetting something. That was the point. I just wanted a command center bag for my nail polish and nail accessories. Of course, the nail polish that I wanted to paint on for that occasion. It just streamlines everything and just lessens the bandwidth requirement when I'm packing a bunch of stuff. I could just look at that bag, open it up, put in what I need to, and be done. And that's it. Those are my Black Friday purchases. And like I had said, it's a lot that I spent, but I'm happy with it because some items didn't arrive yet, but everything that has arrived, I've been wearing the heck out of. Clothes I've been wearing the heck out of. Makeup I've been wearing the heck out of. I got my Holo Taco on. So again, even though I spent money, I thought my purchases were pretty intentional because I was curating the wish list before Black Friday dropped. There were some surprises here and there, like the Daizan Studios. I didn't expect to run into that brand, but I had to grab that shirt. But everything else, I knew that this time around, I had to spend a little more because I had to replace some stuff. and just get ready for next year. So I'm happy with all my purchases. Let me know if you did any damage in Black Friday. It doesn't have to be makeup. It could be anything, something for the house, whatever. I'm open. Let me know down below. And more importantly, if you made it this far, consider liking the video. Just click that thumbs up. I need it. Maybe consider subscribing and click that notification bell so you are alerted of new uploads immediately. But I would suggest you subscribe because I have more content on the way and more opportunities to see you. So with that said, I will see you down in those comments, and until then, take care.